Welcome to Called to Build, the podcast for faith-driven entrepreneurs and kingdom leaders who are ready to build what outlasts them. Hosted by Willis, entrepreneur, pastor, and marketplace missionary. Each episode delivers biblical wisdom, insight, real-world strategy, and bold encouragement to help you lead with purpose, steward with wisdom, and multiply your impact. Because faith and business weren't meant to compete, they were meant to collide. Now, let's step into today's episode.
So today we're going to talk about how to build an effective blog calendar for your blog. So have you ever felt like your blog is just a scattered collection of posts and that there's no real direction to it? A lot of entrepreneurs start blogging with enthusiasm and then they find that they have inconsistency, a lack of ideas, and the engagement just drops. So they write when they're inspired and they just don't see any business growth from their efforts because the inspiration kind of comes and goes. The truth is, successful blogs don't happen by accident. They actually come from careful planning and strategic execution. And so if you want your blog to generate leads, establish your authority, and drive revenue, you've got to have a content roadmap to guide you. And that's where a blog calendar is going to come in. A well-structured blog calendar ensures your content aligns with your business goals, resonates with your audience, and stays consistent. It eliminates last-minute scrambling, it helps you repurpose content effectively, and positions you as an industry leader. And so in this video, I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step process to create a blog calendar that keeps your content organized, engaging, and profitable. And so by the end of the video, you're going to have a clear system in place to eliminate guesswork, stay consistent, and maximize the impact of your blog. Now, here's a few things that we'll be covering in our time together. The first thing you need to take a look at is that consistency does build trust. We'll take a look at the fact that your audience has to come first. That quality over quantity is critical. That you do need to be repurposing your content, and you also need to be tracking what works. And so with that, let's go ahead and jump in. So step one, define your content goals. Why do you need a blog calendar after all? Well, because your blog isn't just a place for you to share thoughts, it's actually a strategic tool that should support the growth of your business. And without clear goals, you'll end up creating content that feels random and fails to drive results. So you need to ask yourself these questions. Number one, what is the purpose of my blog? Is it lead generation? Is it SEO? Is it authority building? Is it community engagement? What's the real purpose of the blog? Secondarily, what business goals do you want your content to support? Is that growing your email list? Is that selling your courses, your coaching services, booking clients? And then lastly, how does blogging fit into your overall marketing strategy? Get clear. Once you've got clarity, that's going to help with the rest of the process. Now, here are some common blogging goals for entrepreneurs. First and foremost is to attract leads. Drive traffic to a landing page, a freebie, or a paid offer. Secondarily is to increase their visibility, to rank higher on Google and attract that valuable organic traffic. Thirdly is to build credibility, to establish yourself as a trusted expert in your niche or your industry. Obviously, you're wanting to boost engagement, to encourage discussions and build a loyal audience. And finally, you want to drive conversions. Use your content to guide readers towards purchasing decisions. Blog readers are generally looking for information, and they're looking for information because they are in a decision-making process. So here's a pro tip for you. Tie every blog post to a specific call to action and make sure that call to action aligns with your goals. So for example, if your goal is lead generation, end your post with download my free guide on whatever the topic is. If your goal is sales, include a call to action like book a strategy call today. Clearly defined goals are going to help you choose the right topics and structure your content plan much more effectively. Now, the second step is to know your audience, because great content isn't about what you want to say, it's about what your audience actually needs to hear. If you're not crystal clear on who you are speaking to, your content might actually feel generic, and it'll fail to connect with the right people. And so understanding your audience means that it needs to be very clear in your mind so that you create content that resonates and converts. And to do that, here's some things you need to ask. What are their biggest pain points? Specifically, what is keeping them up at night? What questions are they frequently asking? And the way you figure that out is you use keyword research tools. One of my favorite is Answer the Public. What content format do they actually prefer? Blogs, videos, case studies, podcasts? Where are they consuming their content? Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. Figure those things out. So for example, if your audience consists of Christian entrepreneurs, they may resonate with faith-driven business strategies, biblical leadership principles, time management with a kingdom mindset. And by knowing your audience, you ensure that you create targeted, high-impact content instead of generic posts that go unnoticed. Now, step 3, you want to choose your content themes. So instead of struggling for ideas, categorize your blog into core content themes that align well with your audience and your business. So some popular content themes for online entrepreneurs are faith and business. This would be things like mindset, biblical leadership, purpose-driven success. Marketing strategies, AI trends, content marketing, social media growth. Productivity and time management, routines, goal setting, focus strategies. Client attraction and sales, lead generation, storytelling, how to close deals. You see, with clear themes, you can batch plan your content and then maintain consistency without feeling overwhelmed. Step 4, create a posting schedule. So your blog calendar should be realistic and sustainable. If you post too frequently, you're going to burn yourself out. And if you post too infrequently, your audience is going to lose interest. So here's a recommended posting schedule for you. If you're trying to grow, you want to post weekly. 1 high-quality blog post per week. Now let me say this, if you're trying to resurrect a blog that you've let lay dead for a while, you want to get really aggressive for a while. You may want to do 2, 3, 4 posts a week to really resurrect and establish topical dominance. But once you've got momentum, then you can go to bi-weekly for a balanced approach, 2 posts per month. This will give you time for research and repurposing. And then for an evergreen focus, you can post once a month, one detailed, high-value post that's designed for long-term search engine optimization and topical authority. Here's a pro tip for you. Use Google Calendar, Trello, or Notion to track your blog topics, your deadlines, your call to actions, and your promotional strategies. Step 5, and this one gets overlooked an awful lot, plan for repurposing and distribution. A blog post shouldn't just be a one and done piece of content. It is actually a multi-platform asset. So how should you repurpose your blog posts? Well, number one, social media. Turn your key insights into Instagram posts, Twitter threads, and Facebook updates. Email marketing. Summarize your blog in an email to your subscribers. Video content. Create a YouTube video or TikTok summarizing your main points. Turn it into a podcast episode. Expand on the topic in audio format. When you repurpose, what you're going to do is you're going to save time, and you're going to ensure your content reaches a wider audience across multiple platforms. What you'll do is you'll create an ecosystem and an omnipresence around your content. Step 6, be sure to track and adjust your strategy, because a great content strategy is going to evolve based on performance. Here's some key metrics for you to pay attention to. First and foremost is your website traffic. Which blog posts are driving the most visitors? Take a look at your engagement. Are people commenting? Are they sharing? And are they clicking on your calls to action? Take a look at your conversions. Which topics generate the most leads and the most sales? And then you want to review your blog performance every 90 days and adjust your strategy to focus on your highest performing content. Now, as we wrap this topic up, a well-planned blog calendar is going to be a game changer for entrepreneurs who want to stay consistent and organized, who want to write high-impact content and attract high-quality leads, and who want to align their content with their business goals. And I want to leave you with an action step. Take 30 minutes today and start mapping out your blog topics for the next month. Thanks for tuning in today, and I look forward to talking with you in the next video.
Thanks for tuning in to Called to Build. If this episode challenged or encouraged you, take a moment to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with another faith-driven leader who's ready to rise. To go deeper, visit carlwillis.com for tools, training, and resources that will help you lead with purpose, steward with wisdom, and build what outlasts you. Remember, you weren't called to compete, you were called to build. Until next time, keep building what matters.